Well, we're just waiting to see if anybody else decided to join us this morning. So, good morning.
Good morning.
Oh, that was good. I love it. Welcome. I am Liz Fromgen. I am honored to be the 20th president of Southwestern College. I am very happy to welcome you this morning to the 2026 Business Hall of Fame ceremony. So thank you for starting your day with us this morning as we recognize two particularly impressive, different from each other, mound builders. Founders Weekend and the Halls of Fame induction ceremonies are meaningful reminders of the importance of our work here on this hill. We are fortunate to receive nominations each year that lift up amazing builders who have excelled in their professional pursuits and who represent us well in the communities that they serve, including Winfield. The Business Hall of Fame inducts an incredible class of honorees each year, who always bring very varied backgrounds and perspectives, along with a long list of accomplishments. This year's inductees are no different, representing a great deal of business acumen, collaboration, entrepreneurialism, and of course, fortitude. It is a unifying characteristic of our graduates to have an innate entrepreneurial spirit. Mound builders are competitive and driven, obviously.
Yeah.
That's a fair statement. I'm looking at the trustees right there. That's a fair statement. Okay. They exhibit ingenuity and optimism. This makes them great business owners and leaders. Unsurprisingly, these traits serve our graduates well in whatever enterprise they endeavor. Certainly, the individuals we induct today have cut their own paths, different from each other. They have built important relationships, stayed curious and creative, and applied discipline to earn success. And they have given back in countless ways to this community and to the communities that they serve and each call home, or, in Harold's case, many communities he served over his career. We recognize graduates and ambassadors of the college in the Halls of Fame not only to honor them, of course, but also to illustrate for our current students the bright possibility for each graduate of Southwestern College and the ways in which they can serve. Builders are capable of so much, and these two inductees are testimony to that fact. Never underestimate a builder that only riles them up. Is that true? I'm looking at Ted. I'm looking at Bailey over there. I don't normally call him Bailey, but I'm going to call him Bailey today. That seems appropriate today, Greg. When our students read your stories and see your faces in the Business Hall of Fame on display in Mossman, they are inspired to consider their own futures and their own potentials, and to emanate you. Today, with appreciation and respect, we lift up Harold Courtois, who has done incredible work to sustain and improve access to health care across the communities he has served and across Kansas as an advocate and leader. Thank you. And Jacob McGuire of Main Street Skate and Main Street Games, here on Main Street in Winfield, quite obviously, where he creates businesses that contribute greatly to the quality of life that we all enjoy here in our community. So I'm grateful for the ways in which you each represent your college so well, and I thank you for the ways you continue to support our college and our students. My sincere congratulations to both of you on your well-deserved honor. And at this time, I'm going to invite Dr. Marla Gladstone, Assistant Professor of Sport Management, to come forward and serve as our Madam Mistress of Ceremonies today. Thanks.
All right, the Southwestern College Business Hall of Fame was established in 2002 to honor alumni with significant achievements in business. It is the intent of the Hall of Fame to give recognition to those and honor those who excel in the business field. Before we officially get underway, I'd like to call your attention to the beautiful glass creations on the table beside me. These are one-of-a-kind awards that are given annually to the Business Hall of Fame inductees. They are handcrafted by the talented Mr. Scott Hartley, class of 1997, a Southwestern science major who went on to use his artistic talents and his knowledge of science to become a master glassblower. He is also a successful small business owner. Scott is a 2016 inductee of the SC Fine Arts Hall of Fame. We are fortunate to be able to give these unique pieces of art to the inductees to permanently remind them of their place in our hall. At this time, I invite all previous Business Hall of Fame inductees and their spouses of the inductees who are in attendance today to please stand for our recognition. Mr. Jans, I know you got one. Oh yeah, there we go. Thank you so much. We are also very proud of our students, and also known as Munchkins and Funchkins. I don't think we have any in our realm today, but we wanted to make sure we made reference to them. Lots of our business students are out in Louisville, and some of our students are representing us at different competitions, so want to give them some accolades today and give them a round of applause as well. At this time, I would ask faculty of the Business Division to please stand. We are small but mighty today because there's only a few of us available because, like I said, some of us are representing DECA at Nationals in Louisville this weekend. So this is an incredible group of people. We give a lot of care and effort to our students day in and day out, and they're fantastic teachers and true builders. Today as faculty, we are reminded of what all of the work and sometimes the stress and heartache is for. It's to help students further themselves and to see what's possible. It's also to help them build the future that they see for themselves. And our inductees today are proof of what's possible of driven people from a small institution. At this time, it's my pleasure to introduce the 2026 inductees to the Southwestern College Business Hall of Fame. Harold Courtois, a 1974 graduate with a bachelor's degree in biology from Southwestern College. He spent 51 years in healthcare and retired in June of 2025. Harold's career included 28 years as a medical technologist and 23 years in hospital management. This is a lot of time for this business professor who is scared of getting a paper cut. There are strong reasons why some of us leave medicine to the highest level professionals. I am a doctor, but not that kind of doctor. So back to Harold. He graduated from Forest Park College in St. Louis in 1975 with a degree in medical technology, and in 2000 with a master's degree in management from Friends University. But we won't hold that against him today. I usually say that friends are not our friends, but today we'll make that one exception.
Thank you.
Just one exception. Harold entered healthcare to have an influence on people's lives and to serve others, a true builder. Harold has been married to his wife, Sue, for 51 years. They have 2 children, Paula and Christy, 4 grandchildren, 6 great-grandchildren, and 2 great-great-grandchildren, who I'm sure are all very proud of all of your accomplishments we're recognizing today. Harold's faith in God is most important to him, as he says all that he has done would not be possible with God's direction and guidance. In 2025, Harold received 45th Kansas Hospital Association Charles S. Billings Award for outstanding service and distinguished contribution to the field of healthcare. He served on the KHA Board of Directors from 2019 to 2024, the KHA Workers' Compensation Committee for 2 terms, serving as the chair, vice chair, secretary, and treasurer. He also was part of the KHA Strategic Planning Committee, the KHA PAC Steering Committee, the KHA Policy and Committee Advocacy Committee, the Health Innovations Network, the KHA Hospital Leadership and Governance Committee. Harold received the American Hospital Association Grassroots Award in 2023 and the KHA PAC MVP Award in 2018, 2020, and 2023. So as a sports management professor, this is where his story gets really piques my interest, because he did great things happen to people who prioritize sports. So Harold was a radio sports broadcaster for 8 years in Pratt, Kansas, covering high school, college, football, basketball, and baseball. He also was an adjunct professor for Barton County Community College and Pratt County Community College in chemistry, microbiology, and general biology. The most important thing for Harold is developing a culture of excellence, and is most proud of the culture he helped create at Memorial Health Services in Abilene, Kansas. He spent the last 14 years of his career as CEO at Trego County Lemke Memorial Hospital and Wakini for 2 years, Russell Regional Hospital in Russell for 4 years, and a Memorial Health System in Abilene for 8 years, where he started a wound center of excellence. Harold also served as Russell County Recreation Committee, the Russell Area Chamber of Commerce Board of Directors, and a Unified School District 407 Board of Directors. The man has been busy. So Harold, your work and service are truly inspiring. We are incredibly excited to welcome you to the Southwestern Business Hall of Fame. Please come forward and accept your award. She's going to show you on that side there.
Okay, it has two pieces, just because.
Okay. Thank you. Appreciate
I
it.
can take it back and put it on the table
Okay,
for
thank
you.
you.
Katie, did you get what you needed, Katie? Okay, got it. Okay, they're all yours.
Okay. Well, I didn't prepare anything. I've always gone by the motto, say more, talk less. And so you lose credibility when you don't do that. But I would like to thank Liz and the selection committee for this award. I do appreciate it. You're all here, huh? Yeah. Okay. All right. First of all, I just want to say that I got a great education at Southwestern. Fraternity brothers that are here, it's great to have you guys here. It was a great experience here at Southwestern. I took my master's at Friends because they came to Pratt when I was there. Let me explain this. And I don't do well online, and I didn't want to travel. And so when they came, we got the Master's of Science in Management. I've always followed before I get there, though, I do want to thank my wife, Sue, of 51 years for the great support that she's given me. I'd like to introduce myself to you and say, yeah, I am available. Yeah. Yeah. And my daughters, Paula and Christy, and their husbands, Jason and James. So thank you for being here. In work, yeah, I did stay busy because I have trouble saying no. But I do think that we made a big difference in Kansas healthcare over the last 51 years. It's been a great ride. I'm glad I'm retired. I'm glad I don't have to try to collect bills right now. The one thing and the other thing that I would say is in building a great culture, you have to have a vision. That vision has to be developed many times with your employees so that they buy into it. Every now and then you run into, and Liz and I were talking about this, every now and then you run into a few people who are slugs, and we always like to give them a great opportunity to go to another institution to work. We always started each day with humor. In our morning huddles, we would start with a pun of the day. Those were always a lot of fun, and it gets people kind of relaxed, and we can begin to talk. And it only works if people participate. But developing a culture of excellence, you have to care for your people. You have to want to make them better. And many people say, well, I spent all my time working with this individual and they went away. They should be honored that happened, that they went to another place, because you gave them that opportunity that they may not have had you not worked with them in the first place. So cultures of excellence, they're not easy to build, but you can build them. We did that in every hospital where I was CEO. It was at Waukene and Russell, where I went back to my hometown for 4 years and did it there. And then finally Abilene. And by the way, when we did that, we were successful monetarily. We made money, and very few hospitals today can say that. Even some of the big ones struggle to make money. So for me, building a culture is love your people, know who they are, let them know you care. They know when you fake it. But if they know you care, they'll do anything for you as long as you create the vision that will happen. And so following my motto, I'm going to shut up. I just wanted to mention those few things. I do appreciate the award, and I appreciate everybody who's come here this morning. Thank you very much for being here. It does my heart well. And I do want to mention, as it was said, that I believe that God gave me the ability to do what I did, and without Him, I would not have been as successful as I was. So thank you very much. Appreciate it.
All right, the 2026 recipient of the Business Builder Award is Main Street Games and Main Street Skate. It's owned and operated by Jacob McGuire, class of 2012. So Main Street Skate was opened in 2016 in Winfield, Kansas by Jacob McGuire. He provides guests a safe, inclusive place to laugh, have fun, build friendship, develop love, and be themselves. He's providing an environment for people to play together and a plethora of games and types of games to purchase and play. So during its nearly 10-year existence, Main Street Games has created groups for tabletop miniature games such as Warhammer 40K, role-playing games such as Dungeons & Dragons, also known as D&D, Slot car racing, console games like Nintendo, PlayStation, Xbox, board games, and various games like Pokemon, Magic Gathering, and wait, there aren't any sports games here, Jacob. As a sports management professor, I have a problem with that. So we need some inclusive sport nerd gaming in town. We're the highest caliber of sport nerds. So remember, great things happen to people who prioritize sports. Each game brings new people into Main Street games, and the people are what the store is incredible and why it is kept open. The Winfield skating rink has been a staple of entertainment in Winfield community for about 70 years. Main Street Games was willing to fill a void in the places for 20 to 40-year-olds to have a place to play, but the kids in Winfield didn't seem to have a place to go. So this is an opportunity to have Jacob revitalize that skating rink, and Main Street Skate was created. He brought one of the oldest forms of Winfield entertainment back to life after the start of an empty after it sat empty for several years. So after being an incredible business for almost 4 years and enduring many new and unique challenges, Main Street Games continues the tradition of skating, strong with opportunities for business parties, birthday parties, adult gatherings, dancing, special events, and many different imaginative ways to bring kids and families together. Jacob is also exceptional community builder, and in my life he has opened a lot of doors. Not only has he made himself available to bestow his knowledge upon aspiring Southwestern College business students, but by being a guest speaker and sharing the realities of being a small town business owner to many classes, Jacob has also been one of those people that can be counted on to be at the right place at the right time. Like when I went to open my front door and the lock popped off right in my hand, but somehow the lock was still securely fastened and I couldn't get in. So he immediately showed up to show me how to break into my own house. And then there's also the times when Jacob has held open the door to the gym for me. So as many of us can attest, opening the door to the gym can be the heaviest part of the lift. So Jacob's a great community connection point and someone who deserves this honor so much. We are excited to celebrate Main Street Games and Main Street Skate as the 2026 Business Builder. So Jacob, please come forward and accept your award. Congratulations.
So there are two parts. Katie will want to get a picture. Congratulations. Thank you so much. Okay, I will take a bit from the table for you, and then they're all yours.
Okay, thanks. Oh boy. Well, good morning. Thank you so much for this award and the opportunity to stand up here and receive it. 10 years has gone by really quickly, and it sometimes doesn't feel as though I should stand here at this point in time because I have so much more that I want to accomplish, so much more that I'd love to do for the community. And I hope that being recognized now doesn't stifle that creativity or excitement for what comes next, but only propels me and encourages me to do what the next vision requires. When you're a small business owner in a small town, sometimes it's less about what you've accomplished and more about what you've had to go through to get there. And I know that that's been true for my life, that every step of the way there have been immense challenges, whether 6 months of road construction that you have to deal with so they can't get to your business storefront, or we went through COVID in both the businesses. But every one of those different tasks that I've had to overcome, hardships, just propel me into trying even harder to accomplish what comes next. So while I receive this award, and I feel very humbly to receive it, especially compared to Harold, I mean, incredible, I just hope that what comes next is so much greater, and that I can continue to press on through all the hardships. I want to say thank you again for the award. Thank you for the recognition. Thank you for my mom and dad being here, my kids. We have the things that we work for, and I can say for a fact that my kids are one of my driving factors, trying to give them opportunities like was given to me when I was a kid, growing up working for my grandfather, his small business. You take those moments and you try to pass them on to the next generation as best you can. So through my businesses, I hope that I can have my kids learn how to work while having fun, which is why I primarily focus through entertainment. because it's kind of fun to go skating and it's kind of fun to play games. And if you can invite others to have fun with you, then that's what I have found to be a great way to create community. Just like starting off with puns, there's a lot of laughing that happens in the game store and a lot of fun that happens at the skating rink. One of the best ways that I know how to create community. Past that, keep your eyes open for what comes next, because there's some big and really cool things that we're working on. And it does involve some entertainment. And it is going to be in Winfield. So, we'll keep trying to foster my little corner of the world here, and try to make it a great place for when you guys come to visit for things of this nature. And for those of you that live here, I will continue to do what I can to try to make it a place worth living in. Thank you so much.
So again, on behalf of the Southwestern College, we share our sincere gratitude for coming to the celebration of the business entrepreneurship and your ongoing support of the Southwestern Business Division. We look forward to continuing a rich tradition and ask for help in this endeavor. So if you know of any outstanding Southwestern alumni who should be considered for a Hall of Fame award, we would hope that you would visit our website to complete the nomination form. You can also find a link in the program booklet. You can also share the nomination to any of the business faculty if you can find them. There's only 3 of us. And then you can also share that information with the advancement staff, or always talk to President Liz, because she's good at getting that information to people. And I want to know if I can be nominated, because I just want one of those cool little creations. So please note that there are still 2 Halls of Fame yet to happen today, the Fine Arts Hall of Fame and the Educators Hall of Fame. So you can check the full program in the schedule in the program you have. So again, on behalf of the Business Division and Southwestern College, congratulations on the worthy and deserving inductees. And thank you all for joining us today for celebrating the 2026 class Business Hall of Fame. Thank you for your continued support.